Welcome to TechShop's Tool Time Podcast. We're live at ISN's Tool Dealer Expo, the 25th anniversary of their show. And I'm Eric Garbe, ASE Certified Master Automobile Technician and Editor of TechShop.
And I'm Tom Pecka. I'm publisher of TechShop Magazine. And we're excited to be here at the Tool Dealer Expo, where we're going to talk to some of the different vendors. We're going to look at all the tools and really take a deep dive into everything at the ISN show. What do you think, Eric?
I think this is great. Like you said, we've got some vendors coming over to the booth, talk about their tools, why they come to ISN, and it's going to be a great podcast.
Yeah, I'm excited. What do you think? You want to go take a look?
Let's go do it.
All right.
Joining us today is Dennis Eaton, U.S. National Sales Manager at CPS Automotive. Dennis, thanks for being here.
You're welcome. Thanks for having us.
So, tell us, how long have you been coming to the ISN Tool Dealer Expo?
Fortunate enough to come. I think this is my 16th TDE show for ISN. Yes.
16. Awesome. 16, yeah. What keeps you coming back to the show?
Relationships, actually. It's a great place for building new ones, but it's also great to see friends and customers customers that have become friends that we see at least once a year at the show. So I would say relationship building and being able to access and sell new product.
You've probably seen the show change a lot over the years, huh? It probably was a little bit different first time you came.
Not only the booth that I was working at that had working on probably back then that was one 5-foot table or 6-foot table with 6 items on it to now, right? You know, a 20 by 20 booth filled with product.
Isn't that funny? It's funny how it changes, you know? Yeah, that's great. So I was wondering if you tell me a little bit about CPS, maybe its history, you know, what are you guys all about?
All right, so CPS is we're headquartered in Miramar, Florida. We're an ISO 9001 manufacturing facility in Hialeah, Florida, USA based. Most of our products are made here in the USA, and primarily our focus is going to be on air conditioning products. So the CPS umbrella covers 3 distinct brands. It covers CPS, which is primarily AC equipment and tools, service tools. UView, which is coolant tools and dye AC related products, and Motorvac, which is preventive maintenance chemicals and equipment.
Okay, awesome, very cool. So
it's a lot
Dennis,
of stuff.
A lot of stuff, a lot of great stuff.
We do,
absolutely.
Yes.
So Dennis, what is some of the newest equipment you've brought to the show here?
Some of the newest equipment we've brought to ISN TD 2025 is air conditioning related in a new valve core removal tool for both 134 and 1234YF Schrader valve AC systems. Under the Motorvac brand, we've brought a new brake tester fluid kit that's new to the market, and a brake fluid exchange machine that's also new, as well as some tools like a new universal coolant leak detection kit, universal in its makeup, and also a crimping tool for working with custom AC hoses primarily.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, we've got in our new MSX series AC equipment this will be our second show showing it, so it's relatively new, as well as our heavy duty offering in an AC machine as well.
Yeah, absolutely. What are some of what's your top seller right now?
Right now, our top seller, depending on category, but dollar-wise, is probably going to be our AC equipment. It is July, mid-July.
It's that time of year,
It's
right?
that time of year, so that's where a lot of our focus is on. We have inventory, we're ready to ship, and we're able to answer any questions that the ISN customer may have.
That's great. Now, without giving up any secrets or anything like that, are you guys working on anything in the future? You got some new stuff coming up?
Always working on new products for the future, yes. Our typical launch for new products is SEMA Apex coming up in November, so that's going to be something we're working on right now. Yeah, and that's a good tagline to entice customers to also come see us at SEMA Apex.
Yeah, we gotta go check them out.
Yeah.
Sure. So Dennis, can you talk a little bit about the advancements and the technology in the air conditioning equipment today, and like the MSX AC, I believe you call it a management center?
Yes, so one of the biggest opportunities that we currently have in the triple R space, when I say triple R, I'm talking about an AC machine that does recovery, recycle, and recharge, is the 1234YF refrigerant that was new to the market probably 10 to 12 years ago. There are still a lot of shops that we're finding out that do not have the new equipment to address the new refrigerant. So we start basically with the education on how it's different, how the service is different, and how we're addressing that new refrigerant. Where we're a little different than some of our other supplier competitors is CPS was the first AC service company to have a machine that was certified to do both refrigerants, 134 and 1234YF. So we get a lot of questions from customers about our dual refrigerant machine. We're also addressing the heavy duty market with a heavy duty specific machine for 134 refrigerant.
Okay, that's great. So, you mentioned education. Could you tell me a little bit more about that?
So what we offer training for obviously our manufacturers representatives that are out in the field doing work for us in the field, but we also hold sales training for our customers, our distributors like ISN. We probably get in and see them for training at least once a year, usually in the springtime. And then our service centers that are extremely important when you're dealing with equipment in the field. There's an ongoing process to keep them up to date as well.
With your equipment on the research side of things, do you spend a lot of time in the industry talking to technicians or with the OEMs?
We talk to all of them, all of the above, so to speak. From the technician that's using our equipment to the shop owner that's actually going to make the purchase, to then our sales teams that are out there in the field that lead all the way back to our distributor stocking the product, having it ready to ship, ready to go. So yes, there's a different process of training and back and forth that goes on with each level.
Yeah, but I mean, that's huge, just the fact that you guys do that. And I mean, support, like I've said before, support is just as important as the product in some cases, right?
It's extremely important.
And you guys are on top of that, and that's great to hear.
Yeah, when you're talking about an air conditioning program, you're talking about a very narrow window, so to speak, especially in the northern part of North America. So our opportunity to get in front of a customer, to train the customer, train sales teams, service centers, etc., it's pretty small. It's a small window, and we want to make sure we work very hard when it's actually freezing outside to make sure that our product is placed and training is done ahead of the season.
Yeah, absolutely. So some of the equipment, like an AC machine, that's a piece of shop equipment, generally purchased, owned by the shop. A lot of the stuff, do you see a lot of technicians buying their own things, like maybe vacuum pumps, black lights, things like that, or the coolant test equipment?
Yes, so when you start talking about getting to the technician level, we basically have a tagline, built for technicians by technicians was kind of our tagline for a long time. So along with an AC machine, there's also, and preventive maintenance equipment as well, there's chemical, additives, dyes, leak detection products, and we're basic in that as well. And it's a very important component to not only selling an AC machine, but helping a technician diagnose and find a leak. It's extremely important.
Absolutely.
So that's a big part of our business.
Have you seen any particular areas that are more difficult for technicians today, and things that you focus on as far as leak detection?
I think that most of us in the industry would agree that due to the smaller amount of space that a technician has to work with, and the amount of coverage that's now over an engine, making sure that they have the right equipment, and to your point, a true UV light with a dye that's easily visible is extremely important when looking for a leak in the system. Yes, it's getting harder and harder, and the smaller the leak in an AC system now that they're compact and the systems are getting smaller, any leak in the system is a cause for concern.
Absolutely. Is there any type of shift between using like an electronic sniffer, as we call them, versus dye? Do you see anything in?
We do both, and we recommend both. Yes.
Okay.
Some are easier to find than others with one technology or the other, but we think if you're going to be in this business and be serious about diagnostics, electronic versus dye, you really need to have both.
So you may not want, you may not find it just depending on the vehicle, or you may find it with one on one and the other on the other. And so to be thorough, you really need to have both.
That's a great point, because in the SAE certification process that we have to build a machine to in the U.S., it actually calls out on a 1234YF service to have an electronic leak detector handy to do a quick test to make sure that there's no leaks, especially in the cabin of the vehicle.
Oh, so I didn't even know that. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty neat. Wow. Well, I mean, I'm excited. I want to come check out some of your products, and I'd really appreciate you coming out here and spending some time with us. Good luck at your show, and thanks for coming, right?
And see some of the new stuff over there.
Yeah, I think let's go head over there right now.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much. We'd love to have you over there. Appreciate the time, and come see us at TDE ISN booth 1518.
Sounds good. See you soon.
All right.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.